WUSA 9 Weather Impact is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan.
Good Wednesday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Caitlin McGrath, and the big story here over the next few days is going to be Hurricane Helene, officially a hurricane with that 11 o'clock advisory. Right now, a Category 1 storm about 85 miles northeast of Cozumel, Mexico, but it is going to rapidly strengthen throughout the Gulf today, and we're already seeing some of those outer convective bands moving into parts of South Florida and the Florida Peninsula. That will continue throughout the day today and into tomorrow ahead of landfall later Thursday night. So here's the current track of the storm, intensifying to a Category 2 storm by later this afternoon, a Category 3 by tomorrow morning. Now, right now, the National Hurricane Center is bringing that storm into the Florida Peninsula late Thursday night around 9 o'clock as a Category 3 storm with winds up to 125 miles per hour. That is just below the Category 4 threshold. I would not be surprised if this storm strengthens into a Category 4 storm prior to landfall, and we're really starting to hone in on that landfall location. It does look to be on the Florida Peninsula just to the east of Panama City Beach. So that, of course, is the area where we will see the worst impact from this storm, but it's going to impact the entire state and much of the southeast all the way into the weekend as that storm continues to weaken as it pulls off to the north and west. Still expecting big impacts through parts of Georgia as it continues to weaken. Still potentially a tropical storm by Friday morning as it moves just to the north of Atlanta, and then as it moves into Tennessee, it will continue to peter out from there, but still going to bring a lot of rain throughout the weekend. So we'll give you a closer look at the timing here. This is right around 7, 8, 9 o'clock tonight. By 11 p.m. still seeing those outer convective bands producing heavy rain, gusty winds. Storm surge will already start to kick on as you get those onshore winds, those winds blowing toward land. As we look ahead toward tomorrow, this is right around Thursday afternoon. The storm continuing to approach the Florida Gulf Coast. Most of that heavy rain from the outer bands moving back into parts of Georgia and the Carolinas, parts of Tennessee, where they've already been dealing with relentless rain over the past several days. A big flood threat through that part of the country, and then landfall sometime Thursday night. Again, likely as a strong Category 3, if not a Category 4 storm that continues to track into Georgia overnight into Friday morning. A big concern with the overnight severe weather threat. Of course, on the right side of storms, we typically see quite a bit of severe weather, tornadoes, in addition to damaging wind and all of the flooding that's going to continue all along Florida and up into parts of South Carolina and Georgia as well. This is Friday afternoon. We'll start to see some of the moisture from Helene as we look ahead toward our Friday forecast, and that will stick around into the weekend as that storm continues to churn off through parts of the Midwest all the way through Sunday. So right now we have tropical storm warnings in effect for parts of Cuba, hurricane warning in effect for Cancun, but things will start to improve in the islands as the storm pulls away. Still watching tropical storm warnings in effect for much of the Florida Peninsula, and a hurricane warning in effect from areas just to the north of Tampa through the Big Bend over toward Apalachicola. And those tropical storm warnings new today now extend along the Georgia and South Carolina coast as well, with the tropical storm watch for parts of Charleston. So as far as storm surge goes, again, everyone's going to feel some storm surge as a result of this storm. The worst being where we are expecting landfall right around the Big Bend, just to the north of Tampa into Cedar Key over toward Apalachicola. That's where that storm surge could be in excess of 12 feet. The farther you get away from the center of the storm, the less the surge will be, but still talking about a surge about 5 to 10 feet in Tampa, slightly less for parts of South Florida. Now, the good news is this storm is moving really quickly, so it won't be a prolonged event with off and on storm tides where you get the high tide in addition to the storm surge, but we should see at least one cycle of high tide with that storm surge. Now, we're also keeping an eye on what will likely become Isaac. This storm is still working its way off the coast of Africa. It will stay out over water. No threat to land. Another area the National Hurricane Center is watching has a low chance of development, and this is actually going to push east out into the Atlantic, so also no threat to land. Now, closer to home, the rest of the day is just cloudy, foggy, and drizzly. Most of the shower activity is behind us, but skies will stay very overcast, cool temperatures in the low 70s, and our shower chances continue as we head through the next several days. Tomorrow, most of the showers clear out early Thursday morning. Friday does look like we'll see some more widespread showers, maybe even a few thunderstorms thunderstorms back in the forecast, in part because of the remnants of Helene. That will stick around for Saturday morning, but most of Saturday is looking dry by the time we get to Sunday into the start of next week. We do, however, have more showers in the forecast. So we'll give you a closer look at the timing as we head throughout your Thursday forecast, because it does look like we could see a little bit of sunshine throughout the afternoon. Now for today, this is right around 6 o'clock tonight. No major impact to the evening commute, but roads will still be wet. We'll still have those low clouds and fog, areas of limited visibility, and some patchy drizzle. But this is right around 1, 2 o'clock overnight. Might hear rumble of thunder, especially if you're closer to the I-81 corridor. Most areas will stay dry. This is 6 o'clock Thursday morning. I will say I think Futurecast looks a little overdone in terms of the shower activity tomorrow morning, but a sprinkle isn't out of the question. And then by lunchtime, we should see some sunshine. So Thursday, actually the best day to get outside. Temperatures will be a little bit warmer as a result. And then we'll watch for the remnants of Helene as we head toward Friday into Saturday. Most of those showers on Saturday will be in the morning. The afternoon looks just fine, but Sunday into Monday, we've got more rain on the way.